Hey again, guys.
Hello.
We got probably a little unexpected movie for you. Let me introduce you to my collection of monster movies. I'm not just talking about sci-fi monsters, just animal horror. You know, take some random creature we all know from real life and put it into a horror movie. There you go, there's your movie. And trust me, there is a bajillion of these kind of movies if you're any interested into this stuff. And one of the biggest companies that made movies like this is New Image. Now, New Image is not exactly known for its good movies. They made a ton of shitty ones, but sometimes I guess I like a few of theirs, but it's hard to find good ones. But by far the best movie they ever did was The Expendables. But this time we got for you Kraken, Tentacles of the Deep.
Wasn't it called Dead Water?
Yeah, it has an alternate title that was Deadly Water. Deadly Water was the working title and also the title used for the German version. So yeah, take your pick on what title you like more. It doesn't really matter. This is not a big movie, and it's not supposed to be taken entirely seriously.
Well, when I hear the word the Kraken, I think of a beast with tentacles that's as big as an island, if not bigger. And when I hear Deadly Water, I think of something along the lines like sharks or giant squids or giant sea creatures of some sort.
And giant squids is exactly what you get here.
Yeah.
So,
they should have just said Attack of the Killer Squid or something. I don't know.
Something like that. And I gotta tell you guys, I love giant squids. To me, they're the most fascinating animals that we have on Earth. And ever since I watched 20,000 Miles Under the Sea, or was it 10,000? I don't know. 10,000.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
I think it says right here. Yeah, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That's the book. And there was an adaptation of that from the, I think, 50s. And it had a giant squid in it at the end. And that thing gave me nightmares for years, made only be black and white. So, of course, I'm always looking for movies like this. And I came across this one. Kraken, Tentacles from the Deep. So what can you say? It's sort of like a treasure hunt.
Another treasure hunt.
Yep. Again. So, and this time, I think it has something to do with sunken boats, and supposedly there's a treasure in there somewhere, and we have our team of main characters looking for it, but, of course, as always, we have an asshole that wants it too, and of course is all greedy, and he has the big guns, and he is our villain. And somewhere there's a squid in this.
Yeah, the environmental threat is a giant squid that's guarding the treasure. There's a legend behind this treasure that the Kraken basically guards it. It's like a Greek mythology legend, and supposedly, from what I can see, yeah, it looks pretty much true. That damn thing attacks anyone who tries to get near the treasure or has it.
So what is the treasure? Well, two parts. First part is some sort of mask, some ancient ritual mask, and the second part is an opal.
It's a blue egg.
Opal.
Yeah.
Opal. It's an opal. It's a gem.
It's a gem. Okay.
And that has like it actually looks pretty cool. It looks like a cool artifact. And well, this squid is guarding it. Now, to New Image's credit, the CGI in this one is not the worst I've ever seen in their movies, but it's still bad. It's still bad.
I've seen better.
It's bad CGI, but for New Image standards, that's okay. I mean, this is a movie that was produced for the Sci-Fi Channel, so you shouldn't expect much to begin with. It's just that I'm a horror movie nut, and I love animal horror. One thing is, well, so for some reason I find these movies very entertaining, and secondly, really easy to get, and for very low money, so I guess it's a collection that can easily grow over time.
I'm just happy that they don't restock their footage over and over and over in this movie. Other than that...
They don't. It's all... unlike in some other New Image movies like Shark Attack, which is by far, I think, the most popular, of course, aside from The Expendables. In that movie, and in countless other shark movies they just recycle the stock...
They just
stock
recycle
footage from
they made, or yeah.
They use stock footage from their own movies, or sometimes they use stock footage like from real life animals, which does not always fit into the scene. I mean, even the Jaws series is guilty of that. Jaws 3 did it, and it was very noticeable. But hey, it was not a big deal.
At least they didn't reuse it over and over and over and over and over and over.
Granted, Jaws, as far as I can tell, only did that once, maybe twice. I'm not sure. So the squid of this movie is entirely CGI. I don't remember any shots of it being animatronic, and But the CGI, like we said, is not the worst. And since it's a creature flick, the creature is what we're gonna focus on most on. And I gotta say, this Kraken is not bad. And it gets a decent body count. There's little gore in this movie, but there's quite the body count. So if you like movies like this and you expect some action, well, you're gonna get it. This squid really is not gonna starve in this movie.
I'm more hoping to see a much better Kraken or giant squid movie, and the best one I know of is The Beast, because I don't remember watching all of it. I just remember as a kid seeing it, and of course they had to use animatronics.
Yeah.
They didn't have CGI back then, but it was pretty effective. It was kind of like Jaws, only it was with a squid, and I say squid lightly because this thing was enormous. It was 3 times bigger than this squid in this movie, I'll say that much. But anyway,
with a budget of 2.1 million, this movie is relatively low budget, especially for today's standards. It's low budget by today. So, but I gotta say, I've seen worse movies that had a higher budget, so I think they used it well. The acting is not great.
I hate it. I think it's horrible.
But it is horrible. But again, new image standards for them, it's good. I've seen much worse. I mean, watch any Asylum movie like Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus, and you're gonna know what bad acting is. I mean, that looks this one like Oscar material. Seriously. So yeah, as you might have figured, you're talking to an expert here. I've seen shit that will turn you white. And this movie doesn't. It's not the best, it's not the worst I've ever seen, especially in this genre, but hey, if you like squids just like I do, and you have $1 or $2, I guess you give this movie a try, check Netflix if it has it. You're gonna find it somewhere, it shouldn't be that hard to get. And it's just, a harmless little creature flick when you don't know what to watch. And it's shot in Canada, which is pretty cool. That makes for some nice, I guess, it has a nice landscape to it, which is what I always like. A creature flick set in Canada already makes a movie better for me, because, hey, at least we got some nice nature to see, and a pretty cool squid. I give it that. I like that the plot was semi-original. In most of New Image's creature flicks, it's always some stupid mutation or some government scheme that went all wrong, and now we have bad guys and good guys trying to kill this fucking thing. That is usually what New Image does. None of this one. It's a treasure hunt with a creature that for whatever reason protects this treasure. It's original. Yeah, I have to say that. I haven't seen anything like that before. Not from New Image anyway, so... what's my rating? Deadly Water, aka Kraken, gets a 5.5 from me. That is fair, I think, because this is not a great movie, but it'll entertain you just enough.
Nah, I give it a 4.
A 4.
Because the only thing good about it was the creature effects, that's it. Sorry.
The creature effects weren't good, but again, this is it. If you like trash movies, check it out. I mean, I've seen worse, so... that's basically it, yeah. So, stay tuned for our next reviews. There's more to come.
Adios.
See ya.